jealous you get to see Tool. I've seen Pucifer 3 times? Twice. I think I've seen Pucifer twice, and they're phenomenal. If you've never got to see Maynard James Keenan live, a god. He's a god. They're actually, are you going to the tour where it's like a Perfect Circle tour? No, what is it? There's a tour coming up recently, isn't it? Soon, isn't there? It's like, I want to say it's Pucifer, Tool, and a Perfect Circle, and then there's gonna be. Is it Les Claypool or is it the whole band? Primus? Dude, it looks I've seen like the ads for the tour coming up this next year. It looks phenomenal. Like it's just so expensive. It just looks fucking cool. Zoe, how are you feeling, love? Did you ever go to the doctor? How are you feeling, dear? Good morning, and I hope you're all doing well. Happy Sunday. I apologize for being 30 late. I think I scratched my eyeball like in my sleep or something. Like I must have rubbed my eye because this eye is it just feels kind of like I got a scratch or like a permanent hair in my eye or whatever. But Infinite calls. BioShock Infinite's more important than anything else in the whole world. Well, I don't know. I just fucking love BioShock Infinite. I'm so fucking excited to play more today. I can't. It's just so good. I can't stop thinking about it. It's just one of the best games ever. Minimize. I feel like shit. Boo. I'm on bed rest, caffeine, and fluids for the next 2 weeks. Take care of your spines. I'm so sorry. Seriously though. I mean, what's that saying, Zoe? It's not really a saying. It's not like it's like where you should place your money is your boots, your bed, and your chair. Like your desk chair, wherever the fuck you work. Because your spine is something, man. You never get another spine back, you know? I'm sure you're fucking well aware of this right now. Side note, CFS leaks fucking suck. Hopefully I don't need an MRI and an epidural. I have CFS leaks. Dude, you're like the third person to say something about that this week, which is really weird. Because of the horse thing. My it's real weird. It's really gross. But basically what happens is out of nowhere, my nose will just start to run really bad, and it's like just thin, clear nothingness, and it's cerebral spinal fluid. It's like your brain depressurizing. Weird. I hope you get well soon, honeybean. Just take. Are you able to be bed rest? Like, are you capable of being being bed rest and taking care of yourself and shit? Because I mean, it's important. Like, spine, ribs, anything that has to do with your thoracic cavity. Like, it's just you can. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad you're able to actually do that. Can't wait to see you back in action.
Jesus fucking Christ, Anubis.
It took me a minute. I needed caffeine. I need my caffeine to hit my soul. Do it now. Okay, it didn't do it now. I'm gonna grind weed instead. So I don't know if you guys saw this. I watched like a couple like makeup news people, I guess. They talk about like scandals going on in the makeup world and shit like that. Which is important if you wear makeup because there's a lot of shit out there by big brands that gets released that's poison. Um, but this was like I want to say like a week and a half ago, maybe I don't know. I don't know exactly when it happened, but there was this like viral TikTok, Instagram, short form media, whatever the fuck, viral video went around of this beautiful woman getting allegedly her boyfriend's name tattooed on her forehead. I don't know if anybody saw this. It just said Kevin across her forehead. And the internet was up in arms about it. And she made a lot of follow up videos because everybody was like, oh, it's got to be fake. It's got to be fake. And the the makeup news person that I like to watch, her husband is a tattoo artist. And so he was able to like watch it really, really closely and try to figure out. And he was even almost half convinced it was real. And today, I think it was today, she finally made a video admitting it was fake and wiping it off of her head. But the part that kills me is she claims the reason she did this and tried to, trick the entire internet is because she does regret the tattoos she actually has, and she wanted to make a point, I guess, that you can regret your tattoos. So to make that point, she faked get it. I don't know what it seems such a strange way to go about trying to make yeah, I don't know. Knives, it was weird. It was very odd. Like you can some days do suck, I agree. I think I scratched my eye and it's bugging me. You can physically like you can regret anything, right? You can regret cutting your hair, you can regret getting a tattoo, you can regret getting a piercing, you can regret a job, you can regret your entire education. You can regret everything in life. Like, I don't understand. Like, I think her point was that people who don't get tattoos and don't like the tattoo culture, they like to say things like, "Oh, what are you gonna do when you get married? When you have to wear a wedding dress? You're gonna look gross. Like, what are you gonna do when you're old? Are you gonna look blah, blah, blah?" And I think her point was like to do something from I mean, makeup. I don't know. It's the strangest thing. I have a lot of tattoos, big tattoos. I would say I don't have a ton of tattoos, but I have like very big ones that cover huge portions of my body. I completely like, unless someone else points them out, I forget they're real. I forget they're even there. They become part of your body. It's like fingernails or eyelashes. It's just like there. And until someone mentions it, then you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. I have this thing on my body. It was the weirdest. I don't know. It seemed like an attention grab. I don't like people like that. Does CFS crystallize the slightly yellow crunchy stuff, or is it blood plasma that happened to me? That was probably blood plasma or sebum or something like that. Cerebral spinal fluid is usually kind of pale pink, like real, like not light blood pink, like pink. Watered down blood is actually kind of like orange brown, so it's definitely a different. It's kind of pink. It's very odd. Man, I used to have to work in the this is why I know Dr. Neuro, Ella, my friend who comes in to chat every once in a while. We worked together in the neurosurgical unit. And if you work in the surgical unit where they're doing neurosurgery all the time, one of the unique bedside things, monitors, I guess, that they have in that unit is cerebral spinal fluid monitors. So they actually have a tube going into your spine. I'm not a neuroscientist, please forgive me for misnomers. But the tube goes into your spine, and then there's actually like it looks like a temperature gauge or something, like a temperature thermometer thing next to your bed, and it fills with your cerebral spinal fluid and it pressurizes in there. And we can tell what your cerebral spinal fluid pressure is in your head and your spine while you're laying in the ICU. But you can see the fluid, and it's kind of pink, like cotton candy a little bit like Queen Freak's name. A little lighter, like watered down Queen Freak is a little bit cerebral spinal. I didn't know it was possible to have 12-hour plus muscle spasms in my back, but now I know. Dude, there are people who live with that shit, and it's horrible. Been helping here for the past week. That's why I've been gone. Oh shit, what did you do? Fuck yes. Oh my god. $1,193,307.60 raised in 6 hours. Was that done in 6 hours? Is that what that's saying? Wow, fuck yes, that's amazing. 6 days, 23 hours, that's fucking incredible, dude. That is so cheers to that. I'm a big boner for charity. That shit's awesome. Good morning. I'm lurking while playing BG3. Fuck yes. BG3 is amazing. Such a good game. It was like she's trying to send the right message, but yes, exactly, Knives. She went about it in the weirdest way that's just gonna make us people with tattoos look even weirder to those who don't. Like, now they're just gonna think, like, it's not I don't know. It just seemed like a really weird way to go about making a statement or whatever the fuck she was trying to do. To each their own. I have one tattoo right now that I got from Hell's Ink. I'll be on FaceTime or something and see this black thing on my arm and wonder what it is. I've had it for almost a year. I do it all the time. Yep. I'll absentmindedly go to scratch something off and I'm like, oh, that's on my hand forever. Yep. You know what I mean? It's like pale pink stuff. I couldn't do that needle in my spine. They wanted to when I had meningitis, but I was like, nope, it's pretty wild. I've watched a lot of epidurals before and oh man, I can't even. I have to stop. I have to stop thinking about them. It's too much. They're so needles, man. Needles get me, man. And like you'll be in like the C-section room or the birth room or whatever, the OR. And it's just this woman like sitting on the edge of a bed, hunched over in existential pain. Cause I mean, allegedly it's the worst cramps you'll ever feel in your entire life. And there's someone behind them threading a steel cord through a tube into their back. And it is, I mean, that needle goes in your spine. It goes far in your back. Like, ugh, ugh. Nope. No. Cheers to charity. Like, I'm sure if I was gonna have a kid, I'd probably get an epidural too, because the pain is probably worse than whatever the fuck they're doing to your back, but man, is it it is fucks to watch. Cheers. It is weird how much that stuff in your body, like like, almost all the tissues are a shade of pink, but everything that comes out of us is kinda like yellow or brown or did you know that your poop would be white if you didn't have bile? Wild. If you ever shit white, you might have a biliary duct block. Go to the doctor. But bile is like yellow green and mixed with everything else in our shit, it turns brown, and that's why you have brown poop. Amazing. Nah, dude. Our body leaches everything out of it. It would be like it kind of looks like if you've this is gross, but if you've ever seen like a dog shit out in the park or something that's all white from the sun. Yeah. It's pretty gross, but bile changes the color because the stomach acid, everything in us like leaches the nutrients out and bleaches it and shit like that. I'm just really tired. I'm still just have that post-COVID shit, queen. It's just sucks. I just feel really low energy. Like I sleep like normally I sleep like 6 hours a night when I'm not before COVID, and now I'm sleeping like 8.5, 9. And I just wake up kind of like just tired, man. Sarah, I'm here to tell you that I fucking love you and I'm so excited for you. They have to use the spinal needles? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you should honestly have a lot more symptoms before your poop is white. If you have an actual, like, if a gallstone has blocked the biliary duct. So essentially, you're like, your anatomy, your liver makes bile, and then the bile is stored in your gallbladder if you still have one. And then your gallbladder like poots bile into your stomach when you smell good food and you start to salivate or you're eating something via the biliary duct, which is this really, really, really narrow little tube that it like into the stomach with. And if you have gallstones, high salt diet, no water, blah, 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 then it can block it. But normally you have a lot more symptoms before the like terminal blockage of the biliary duct happens. Usually it takes a bit. Good morning, Sean. How are you? I just realized this morning how not stressed I am not having to deal with people at my old retail job. Dude, Nick, that the moment that we forget because we're just like not in like a moment of stress and anxiety and wanting to die, that's amazing. I know that I know like oh god, that's a good feeling. If you had red blood cells in your poo, it'd be black. You have blood cells in your poo, but if the blood cells have not, like, how do I put this? It's so gross. Is this too early for gross talk? So you're like 30% of your feces is made up of what you eat. The rest of it is dead blood cells and skin sloughing off and everything in your body purging. Because like we shed skin on the outside, we drop hair, everything like that's happening on the inside as well. But when it's naturally shed and it goes through the digestive system, it should just come out fine. It should come out just like normal poop. But if you are shitting like black, that's fresh blood and that's a bleed. That hasn't gone through the digestive system or anything. That's a danger. Like, definitely get that checked out. Eat fiber. Where's glut? Oh my god, I was gonna say, glut, is your butthole burning? I was gonna say your ears burning. Is your ass burning? Gluts are our resident eat your fiber. Amen. May your shit always be brown. 100%, man. I had one patient, this was many, many years ago. I think I've told this story before. It's not a long story, but I was working in the ER when I'm an RT, so I'm a respiratory nurse. If you don't know what that is, we basically are we go to all the same schooling as nurses, and then nursing and respiratory branches off. We learn respiratory, we learn the ventilator, we learn BiPAP, CPAP, etc. Nurses learn pharmacology, like they go deep into the drugs. And when you work in the ER, there's usually one respiratory therapist for the entire emergency room. So I'm just kind of like bouncing from room to room to room, helping people as I can, and then I'll call for help if I need to. And in some of the smaller hospitals I worked at, like nurses, I mean, they're always overrun, right? They're always busy as fuck. They have too many patients. They're literally exhausted. And a couple of my nurses that I'd worked with forever, they trusted me. We worked together regularly, and like if they had to go run to another patient room, they'd be like, "Hey, can you chill with this patient for a minute?" And of course I would. Like I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'll sit with your patient so they don't, croak while you're gone. And I was sitting with this patient. Nurse asked me to sit with him for a minute, and he says, "I think I need to go to the bathroom." And I'm like, "Okay, let me help you." So I help him stand up out of the bed. He's got a gown on. We take 2 steps, and I hear an epic splash on the linoleum under our feet. And I look down, and it looks like someone has just dumped 3 weeks of Starbucks coffee grounds all over us, our feet, the ground, everywhere. And this guy looks up at me and he is like blue gray and he goes, "I think I shit myself." And I'm like, "You sure did. Let's lay the fuck down, sir." That's a GI bleed. Don't fuck around. He was fine. He lived. I don't tell stories if they're not here to laugh with us, but oh my God, don't fuck around with that shit. It's kind of like how pee's stored in the balls. Exactly. Yes. Yep. Stored. That's where it is. Yeah. Anal fissure, dude. You just don't want that shit. No pun intended. You do not want that at all. Oh, that's how you found out you couldn't take ibuprofen. Oh, you gotta bleed? Because it's a blood thinner, right? Drugs. Oh, your sister's in respiratory is the shit, Frame. Your sister does some dark shit. Next time you hug her, feel the death. I've decided hardcore WoW and being a stoner are not mutually inclusive. Really? Is it really hard? Dude, I used to smoke so much when I played ESO. Like, I don't think I could have done Battlegrounds if I wasn't stoned out of my mind. Honestly, if you see if you see the blood in your stool for more than a day or so, it's a good idea to see a doctor. 100%. And Glut brings up a good point. This is like too much, and probably none of you need this information, but it's good for life. If it's fresh red blood on the toilet paper, it's a lower bleed. It might be a hemorrhoid, something like that. If it doesn't go away in 24 hours, no harm in going to a clinic and getting it checked out, right? Go to the ER. If it's black, it's an upper GI bleed, and you definitely should go to the doctor. Black means it's mixed with the stomach acid and whatnot, and it's curdled, and go to the doctor. Anal fissure sounds too much like a Pokemon attack. Oh my God, Sean, did you get to see a anal railgun? Have you heard of anal railgun? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's some life altering shit right there. That is the worst I've ever seen in my life. I made a lamb curry last night. Apparently, they prefer grass. I cannot see the word lamb without thinking of those fucking sheep dancing video. Fucking Glut. Damn it. I was sitting out to eat lunch and thought, I should turn on a stream. OCK, great.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to go here. We are going to play Bioshock Infinite, which is one of the most perfect games in the whole world. So that's exciting. So while I got back from, well, I got some fortified red wine. Costs a crap ton, but was on discount. What is fortified? Next morning, I saw my poop was stealth plain jet black. Oh my God. And I thought, fuck, do I have a gut bleed? Turns out this particular brand of fortified wine doesn't break down and binds to your insides. What are you drinking? And is it poison? What does fortified mean? Like I don't drink, so please forgive me. Oh, Vissy, cheers, my love. Oh, she went full respiratory right when COVID hit? Jesus fucking Christ. She was flown to multiple places because she was trained on a brand new machine that not many were trained on. Oh my God, do you know what it was? Nerd talk. It's totally cool if you don't. You probably don't. It's okay. You probably don't. Oh, Sean, you've never seen anal railgun? Oh my God, Sean, do you have 2 seconds? It's incredible. It's incredible. Hold on. I must cheers with my love. I've never had a hemorrhoid, but I've heard that bidets almost all but eliminate them. Oh, Sean, it's not really torture porn. I mean, I guess it could be torture porn to somebody. It's more just a horrific medical story. Excuse me. So you're familiar with, I think most of us, if not all of us, are familiar with what an MRI is. Magnetic resonance imaging machine. If you've ever had one, or if you're not sure if you had one, if they asked you to remove all metal from your body and to make absolutely sure there's no metal on your body, you were probably having an MRI. An MRI is a giant machine that is essentially an enormous magnet that spins at some rate and is able to take images deep within of soft tissues and shit like that. No metal in the fucking MRI. Exactly, Vex. No metal in the MRI. I've had a hair clip fly out of my head like a fucking bullet in the MRI room because I've missed a bobby pin. It is not to be fucked with. Allow me to read. Never wear a butt plug to your MRI appointment. My God. Greatest personal injury case I've ever heard. Chris Goodnow, an estimated Valley attorney, has picked up a client who is suing a sex toy company. Said client purchased a butt plug that was advertised as 100% silicone. Client wears butt plug to MRI appointment. Some people just plug. In case anyone's wondering why they wore a butt plug to an appointment, there are people out there who literally wear butt plugs all the time as just a thing. So, to get that out of the way, that's not a totally abnormal thing. Much to the client's dismay, butt plug, in fact, has a metallic core. Butt plug is accelerated at the speed of sound into, which is an exaggeration, but amazing, into client's chest cavity. Described in memo as, quote, anal railgun. Client survived with major injuries. Okay, so we're just going to break down this image really quick for those that I'm assuming aren't in the healthcare. This is kind of weird to look at. So I believe right here we've got the bladder. If you see these the solid white, that is bone. That's the pelvic bone. If I'm not totally incorrect, I believe this right here and this right here, these are kidneys. These two, like, kind of half-moon fluffy things, that's the kidney fat around the edges. Those are your kidneys. This right here, this, like, blob, that's your liver. These are ribs. That's your fucking liver. And just a gentle reminder, because I'm not assuming any of you are stupid, and I know you probably listen and remember things, but when we talk about anus stuff, I often talk about the anatomy of buttholes because it's important to know your body. So you've got sphincters all throughout your body, right? Your mouth is technically just like your butthole. It's just got teeth. Crazy. All throughout your intestinal system, all throughout your digestive system, you've got sphincters just like your butthole that regulate nutrition and food and waste being passed through the body, right? So from your asshole to the next sphincter is 3 to 5 inches, maybe. And that is called your sigmoid colon. That is the fuckable butt parts. That's where we put things to fuck our butts, essentially. That's the area. If things go beyond that second sphincter, you are no longer captain of that ship. So, just to bring it back, 6 inches. That's the tailbone. I'm assuming butthole is probably right about here-ish. That's about as deep as that shit should have gone. And it's quite literally indented into this person's liver. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I don't know if there's a colon perforation. I have no fucking idea. But holy shit. If it was the speed of sound, it would have gone through his skull and he'd be dead. Yep, this big blob right there is the liver, yeah. Ribs, liver, kidneys, bladder. I think this is part of the colon. Yeah, I think this is... I think that's part colon. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'm not a technician for MRIs. But yeah, I can tell basic body parts. This is not where your asshole is. Fuckable butt parts. New grindcore band name. I called it. Oh shit. Okay, Frame. Was it... would you be familiar with the name if I said it? I'm trying to think. Is it, not bronchoscopies, not EBIS. Oh god, I think I know what your sister does. Does she get paid really fucking well to do it? We're playing BioShock, I swear. We usually have like a good hour of like just chatting and drinking some coffee and hanging out, but I don't know how we got here, but we got here. Good. I mean, honestly, nothing we're gonna do in BioShock. Like, it kind of is this bad. You know, we like stick our like in necks and toss people. We're warming up, you know, it's a pretty violent game. I wonder if they scream passed out or both. I'm gonna guess yes. I'm gonna guess that was probably some horrific insta pain. Yeah, I have no idea. No, oh my god, I mean, I can't even, like, I have no idea what the internal feeling of something rocketing through multiple organ systems would would it feel kind of like opposite of childbirth? Anybody here moms? What's it feel like when a baby tears out of your body? You think maybe that's like the opposite? Oh, it had to have blasted through intestines. Your intestines are like thin, wet tissue paper. They are not hardy at all. They're basically like a sack of thin, wet tissue paper that's lined with smooth muscle, and that's what causes the peristalsis, like moves your poop down. They're very, very, very delicate. Like, that's why I mean, I joke, but also not joking. You do not want a perfed colon at all. You get one colon, and then you have a bag taped to your side, and that's what you shit in the rest of your life. You know? On the bright side, he can bring this up at a party now about how an MRI ripped him a new asshole. Jesus fucking Christ. Hi, DJ. How are you, love? Or just ruptured through one intestine and kind of squirmed between other around things. Yeah, I can't tell if it really ruptured anything else. Like, the kidneys look fine. I don't see, but I mean, this might have been the literal image taken as it happened. I don't know. Oh, I don't ever want to be in that position. Fuck no. You can actually look up videos of people like experimenting with MRIs to show you how strong they are, and they'll put like, you know, those desk chair combo things that we all had in like high school. They'll put one of those in the room with an MRI, shut the door, turn the MRI on, and that entire thing picks up off the ground and flies at the MRI and bends around it. That's how strong MRI magnets are. They're insane. I mean, we literally cannot have any metal on our bodies when we go in there at all. Not even a pin. That shit flew like a bullet. She got paid bank for doing it. Yep. Oh my god, what is it called? I'm just blanking on it. I did that at Hopkins. I learned how to do it and sat for it because you get paid so fucking well to do it, but it is so boring. What is it called? Oh my god. I hate my brain. It's essentially we bypass your heart. It's heart bypass, kind of, and lung bypass. Arkale, thank you so much for sending the class. Keeping the class. I haven't given it any swings. Go forth and lick that chocolatey beehole bee. I appreciate you. It's essentially we take two huge hoses that are literally like this big around, and we put them up under your ribs into your heart. And then there's a giant machine at the end of your bed that takes your blood and basically acts like your lungs because you are so sick that we cannot inflate your lungs anymore. Like they're rock hard. It's kind of a Hail Mary move. God, what is it called? It'll come to me. I keep thinking Ebis. My brain's stuck on a loop of Ebis. It is not Ebis. Oh my god, that's gonna bother me. Good for your sister though. It's that honestly, like no shit. When I was saying like your sister's seen some dark shit, I was coming from a very general standpoint. Your sister is the dark shit. Birds of a feather. Just because, like 9.999999999 repeating times out of 10, you don't come out of that alive. Like that it's basically like jet ventilation where with babies, if you're so sick we can't inflate your lungs with a ventilator, we shake you. Because theoretically, if we cause enough movement, air will pass across the alveoli sacs in your lung and you'll get enough oxygen to survive. It's wild, but on adults it doesn't work, so we do this one. And what the fuck is it called? Oh, that's gonna bother me. It'll come to me. Oh, it's a really good job. Like you literally get paid to sit and read magazines and sit on your phone for 12 hours. We almost do nothing. We're there in case the patient crashes to code them. That's it. Like someone else does the hoses and everything, but oh my god, ask your sister if she's ever accidentally touched the hoses. Cuz ew. They are body warm and it's creepy. Like I work night shift. So, I don't have to do this, but I always thought it was just kind of a courtesy to like move around the room with the lights off. I don't go into a patient's room at 4 a.m., turn on all the lights and be like, "Good morning, motherfucker." I just sneak around, do my charting, do the check, whatever. And when you're kind of just sneaking around the bed and you brush one of your hips up against one of those hoses and it's hot because it's blood. So creepy. What the fuck? God, that's going to bother me. Ugh, brains. Stick a middle chair in a room. It'll take 4 men to even get it to just budge. Yeah, it's wild. They are strong. I feel like it's probably one of the worst sensations imaginable. I can't even I don't even know what what the nerve system is like inside, like pain receptor nerve wise. I know your lungs and bronchial tubes do not have nerves. Like you can't feel your lungs. Your bronchial tubes react to stimuli by spasming, which then causes you to cough, but you're not actually feeling something down there, which is why people can like inhale a pee and not know it. It's wild, but I don't know about the rest. MRIs, oh my god. I think it was an MRI, Gorg. I was so young. I was like in high school. It was my shoulder thing. I crashed a snowboard into a tree, dislocated my shoulder horribly, and then just rode down the hill and did nothing about it. So months later, when my shoulder is like hurting and stiff, my mom took me I'm pretty sure it was an MRI. But this was when I was in high school, and I swear it was like 2 to 3 hours. I had to lay in this, coffin thing, and it just sounded like people banging hammers on it the whole time. This was in the early oddies. I don't know. I don't know if they're any better, but it was, I mean, I was unmedicated, undiagnosed, no therapy, super ADHD teenager, hormones are raging, laying in that thing for 3 hours. I was praying it would explode. Like, kill me now. It was horrible. And then I get out and they're like, yeah, you got a lot of tissue damage we can do nothing about. Ha 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 ha. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, knives, dude. Oh my god, and that's the thing, even when you technically turn the MRI off, it's not off. The MRI machine is always on, so even when it's not, like, doing an active scan, it's almost impossible to yank shit out of it. It's literally it's birthing a folding chair from the MRI machine. Wow. I'm nervous, this gives me so much anxiety. They are wild. Incredible, but wild. They lived, Gorg. It had to been post, but they lived. That's the part. Would you wanna survive that? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe for the bar story. Silverfang, how are you, love? Here in the UK, we have to pick up our dog's poop in a plastic bag. The first time you do it, you think, ew, it's warm. Then sometime later, you mistake which pile belongs to your dog and pick up the wrong one. Then you think, ew, it's cold. Yep. We in everywhere I've ever lived in America, I don't know if there's anywhere in the US where it's like, just let your dog shit wherever it wants. It's like it's littering if you don't pick up after your dog. I think it's a pretty fat fine, but people do it all the time. I watch people walk around and their dog's shitting and they look around to see if anyone's watching and just walk away. I'm like, does it take that much effort to just bring a grocery bag and pick up that goddamn shit? Really? Like, I read this when I was in college, which was a bit ago, but there was a paper I read that was all about how dogs are one of the biggest contributors to like pollution because we let their shit everywhere. We just leave their shit everywhere, just like to sit out. Oh, are you, Gorg? You'll have to let me know how long they are now. Because I mean, I know many people who have gotten one like recently in the past couple, like 5 years or whatever, and they all say they're like an hour, if that, and they're nowhere near what I experienced. But man, I had to lay in that thing forever. Here, when I was in the hospital for 37 days, I swear to God, some of the nurses would come in and be loud as hell. Then my pick line didn't always want to give blood. I struggled to sleep as it is. I know it was needed, but sometimes I get so mad and they'd be so chipper. I totally get that. I mean, one of the things that I hated in the hospital is, like, I felt bad, I guess. I was night shift, so I'm probably one of those people that was very, very annoying. Like, I would whistle in the halls and sound like a haunted ghost or something like that. But, we come in at, like, 7 PM. That's generally night shift's beginning point. So, like, when you as a patient are winding down because the sun's setting, it's getting dark out, you're getting a new shift of people who woke up an hour ago and are chipper as fuck and ready to go. And so usually the ICU doesn't start like slowing down and getting quiet and stuff until like midnight because we're doing all of our first rounds and shit like that. And then morning is 5 a.m. We get off at 7 a.m. Like we work 12s, but 5 a.m., that's when all the lights would start busting on and you'd see people start waking. And I'm like, we can't preach how important sleep is if we're just gonna completely disrespect that notion 100%, right? Like, I understand there's a lot of things you literally can't do in the dark, but damn, there's gotta be a better system. I'm good. Tired, but good. Mishy, right? Thank you. Fucking A. Mishy, people do it all the time. I pick up my dog's poop and I use a walker. I'm sorry. If someone who quite literally has difficulty moving around can pick up dog shit, so can the rest of us. Jesus Christ. I would feel I like would I would use a sock to pick up my dog shit if I forgot a bag. I would feel so bad. I wouldn't be able to leave it. I would feel like a fucking shit farm. 40 to 60. What part of your body do you have it done on? Or is it like a full body? I can't remember. Are MRIs like singular to one? That's that's a pet, right? Where they just do like the head or whatever. Fun fact, my cousin invented the PET scan. I've never met him. Wild. Oh, Skylar. I think they've been trying to do that. There are some stores that do that around here, I think. Actually, but they've been trying to do that in Colorado. Where I lived, where I went to college in Washington, they did that. Like no plastic bags at all. Honestly, I'm for it. Fuck plastic. It's the worst thing in the world. Like one video of a sea turtle caught up in a plastic bag because it looks exactly like a jellyfish, which is their main diet. I'm good. Fuck plastic. I'm all about the paper, but we save like I conglomerate all the plastic bags we have on top of my fridge and I use them for poop bags. Because I just refuse to put them in a landfill where they might go into the air and then a sea turtle is going to die on one. I can't with that. Sea turtles are better than any of us. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Gloom. And that's a responsible move on your part. Thank you for being a good citizen. When was the last time anyone actually saw white dog shit? We're in a simulation. I haven't seen any for a really long time, but I feel like in like elementary school, there'd always at least be one pile of white dog shit on the playground. Like just some nasty, like someone decided to walk their dog on the playground, didn't pick it up over the weekend or something, and we'd all be like, ew, white shit. Oh, no shit. In order to safely get something out of an MRI, in an emergency, you have to semi-permanently kill the machine by quenching the magnet. Oh. No shit, I experienced that when I was in the hospital for my pregnancy. Really? I'm sorry. It doesn't I mean, you can unplug it from the wall and then it's off, but if it's not unplugged, it's always kinda going. Like, it's always kinda got a magnetic pull in there. It's creepy. It sounds like my ADHD. I mean, isn't that the definition? Yeah, it's ramped up and down, right? There's not really an on-off to it. Right, eat, something like that? For me, it's full body with contrast fluid. Just checking out so I don't have any unknown aneurysms. Good Jesus fuck. One of my grandmas died of an aneurysm, but she was, like, 90 or something. Yeah, it's like 8 cents a bag. Yep. When I was in college, they were charging, like, a quarter a bag or something. It was wild. Walking the trail by my house, I carry doggy bags just in case I run into someone else's dog poop. I've been doing my part. Dude, I do that with when I walk the dogs, I carry it like I do that with trash. I usually have like a garbage like a plastic bag from the grocery store or whatever on my belt loop, and I'll pick up, like, wrappers. I don't know what it is. I think it's a desert phenomena. I live in Denver, and it's very desert-ish, and I noticed this, like, in Arizona where my grandma lived, and I noticed this in Vegas, but they're like, trash just fucking accumulates everywhere because there's wind, it just blows it up against the wall, and then it's there forever, and I don't know what the fuck it is about Denver, but people walk around drinking minis of alcohol, and they're these tiny little dark blue bottles, and they are fucking everywhere. Every day, there's more. Every fucking day. I don't know what they are. The labels peel off in the rain or the wind or whatever, but I pick those up and then recycle them because I just like, I am one of those houses, I'm, like, on a corner of a two-way stop, and people love to throw trash in my yard because they don't think it's my yard because there's a stop sign in it, and I'm like, this is my fucking property, bitch. What are you doing? I what the fuck are you doing? My house is right there. MRI can be single parts of the body. I had one in my head not long ago. My claustrophobia didn't like it. I didn't like it either. I feel you. It was terrible. In all of Washington, 8 cents a bag. There you go. Yep. It was pretty I mean, this was, like, right when it started, I think. Maybe it was 25 cents to buy a paper bag. I think that's what it was. Do they charge for paper bags still, or do they even have them? It might have been 25 cents per paper bag, something like that. Good for you, Nick, though. You're a good person, man. I try to reuse everything. I grew like, I feel like I was kind of raised in, like, the recycle era, like, recycling became something everyone was hyper aware of, but then we all learned that half of that recycling is bullshit, you know? Like, half of it doesn't get recycled, can't be recycled, etcetera, etcetera, etcetera. I don't know all the nuances of it, but you know what I mean. And, so I try to focus on reusing, repurposing, reusing. That is my number one goal now. Is everything I buy, I try not to buy shit that's just, like, obviously super fucking disposable. I try to buy stuff that's, like, in a big, plastic screw top bottle or something that I can reuse for noodles or something. I try because I just landfills, man. Ugh, they're so gross. Cheers, Viata, my love. Vex, what the fuck? Oh, I clicked it on the wrong computer. That's why I was like, Amazon's acting weird at me. Paper bags are free? No shit, they definitely charge for them. That being said, I did live up in Bellingham, where it's like hippy dippy motherfucking central. So it may have done with the particular people I lived around, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to find a grocery store that's not a co-op. Which is fine, it's just expensive. And when you're in college, that's a lot. Grind up weed. These miscues. Spacing and punctuation, I mean, what if a white... No, let's not. Let's not go there. The benefit of living near Seattle, you know what I think it is? I don't think it's that people don't litter. I think rain. I don't know. I don't know why this is something I've paid attention to, but I noticed, like, in Baltimore, you just didn't see trash everywhere. Like, there's litter. Every city ever is gonna have litter. Like, everybody, like, people litter on accident, you know what I mean? There's litter everywhere, but in Baltimore, you just didn't see it, like, piled up in gutters or just, like, walking by someone's yard, you didn't just see trash. You guys know, I've told you before, like, in the spring, I have to do daily walks through my own yard because the wind here kicks up so fucking hard. It blows all the garbage from the street into my yard. It's great, but I think it's rain. I think, like, places that actually have rain or some sort of, like, precipitation, it washes away the nasty. Whereas here, I mean, it's snow or shine, you know? Yeah, Q snip. So the way an MRA magnet works, it's electromagnetic, with a superconducting coil. If you're unfamiliar with superconductors, it's a material where its resistance is practically zero at certain temps, often pretty damn near absolute zero. Damn. Like in Kelvin? Like absolute zero, absolute zero? MRIs often use liquid helium, and in order to turn off the magnet, you can either gradually ramp down the current or you can rapidly evacuate all the liquid helium. Damn, aren't we on a finite? I feel like I learned that before at the hospital. We're like in a moment of helium shortage or something. Am I incorrect in that? We use helium. We use something called heliox in ventilators. Sometimes, most of the time with babies, but Hail Mary on some adults, where we gradually titrate in a certain amount of helium because helium is lighter than air and it can theoretically help transfer the oxygen to the lower parts of the lungs faster, more efficiently, blah, blah, blah. Something. I don't know if it works, but man, is it expensive. Holy shit. Paper of plastic? You mean paper or plastic? What if I reuse all the paper? Ooh. Is the strain called superior? Fuck yeah. We're gonna take a break here pretty soon, and we're gonna dive into Infinite because I love it. And I have to pee already. There's a dozen large containers of plastic grocery bags, but of course, both me and my flatmate both work at a Kroger. That makes sense then. I buy stuff in glass jars all the time. I try to get glass whenever I can. Same. My mother gets mad at my hoarding of glass jars, but I use them for a variety of things. I started a sourdough starter in one yesterday. People, I mean, they're just hoarding in a landfill. At least you're reusing. I do the same. I save all my glass jars. Like I use them. I saw this really cool like tutorial whatever on Pinterest where people took pickle jars and they glued magnets to the lid and then magnetized it to the bottom of like their workstation. And that's where they had like nuts and bolts and stuff. And they could just like pop it off the bottom and get their nuts and but it was like storage. It was amazing. There's so many things. Glass is forever. Like glass is the best. I have so many mason jar things in my house. Plastic, terrible. Bad for the environment. The devil. Oh, dude, McTaggart. I cried. I didn't think I would. I don't know if it's because I just completely forgot the game or whatever, but the end really it was a lot of daddy stuff. I got myself a few of them issues and I cried. It got me. It was really beautiful. It was good. According to chat, I got the good ending of the 3, I believe. It was Oh, Knives genius. Dude, I did it. Cuz I have geckos, and they eat like fruit paste. Sometimes I'll buy like organic baby food, which is essentially the same thing and mix it with their powder and it's like a special treat. And those jars are amazing for that. Dude, those jars are cuz if you've ever like I don't know what kind of lid that is. It's not a threaded lid. It's like it's got those 3 bumps and it's like and then it clicks on really well. Those ones you just glue the lid to the bottom of your station and then you can unscrew the jar from the bottom cuz it's just like a down. It's not like a spinning. They're great. It's amazing. It's called Superior from Superior Selections. Fuck yeah. You'll have to let me know how it is. It's wild people don't know that 90% of what they think is recyclable isn't. I know. I mean, we're all fucking lied to. I didn't know until I went out and looked. It's annoying. It all gets shipped to a developing world and dumped. It's like, look, I'm helping. No, the plastic manufacturing lobby lied to you ass. Yeah. Yeah. We're so trained. At least I am. I cannot take anyone's word for his shit. Like, I gotta look it up. What up, Barry? How are you, love? I got BG yeah, I do. I mean, when you watch your dad kick it at 7, can you help it? Probably not. We did that in brownies 100 years ago. Took baby food jars, nailed the lids to the board so you can screw and unscrew the jar. My dad hung it in the garage and used to keep random nuts and bolts. It's genius. I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, oh my God. I'm always looking for a way to reuse stuff, especially big glass jars like pickle jars and stuff. I love pickles, but damn, I have a lot of them. But yeah, like what I learned is if you go to, like a co-op or something like that, like a food co-op or some sort of natural, whatever store. Go to the bulk food section and bring your glass jars, pre-weigh them, and then just fill them full of flour and shit, and you're getting it for pennies on the dollar. It's incredible. Incredible. So I just have pickle jars full of like all different flours and grains and cornmeal and whatever. It's amazing. BioShock 1 delivers on the setting, story, and spectacle, but BioShock 2 has the heavy emotional themes. It really did. Like I completely just forgot what that game was about. I was the same. I think Knives said it. He was like, I don't know why this game got such bad reviews because it's pretty damn good, and it is. I still don't know why I had that stigma against it. I was like, oh, it's not as good as the others. It was great. I had a good time. I liked being a big daddy. Dude, the drill was fucking fun. The seemingly same product on US Amazon, 3 cents per bag, but comes with a dispenser. Oh, getting fancy, are we? Do we need a dispenser? Those are the exact poop bags I have. I get them from Chewy, like on delivery. They're great because they actually decompose. Like they're what's the word? Biodegradable. Hi, gay. Hi, Bolvi. How are you, love? No shit. We went into 3 pubs today, opened in 1664, 1665, and 1780. I think Anubis took me to, if not one of, like, the oldest pub in London. Anubis, do you remember? Oh, fuck, we took pictures in it and shit. We had amazing chips. I think it was under the bridge. Oh my god, my brain this morning. She's so fried. But yeah, I think Anubis took me to one. I can't remember what it was called, but I think it was under the London Bridge. It was like a hole in the wall. And he told us, I think it was like, if not the oldest, like one of the oldest pubs in London. I don't remember what year it opened or whatever. We were so hungry and like delirious from walking all day. I think I just like sat down and inhaled food and beer. It was really good though. Good morning, Najio. How are you, love? When I was watching I'm broken. Skin Teen play BioShock 2 a while ago, I was surprised how much better the game was than I remembered. Same. Yeah, I was super shocked. Like, Infinite is still so much it's just more. They do so many more cutscenes, so much your character actually has, like, a voice and a lot to them, you're a big part of the story. It's just a lot more, but damn, it was a lot better than I remembered. I was shocked. I feel bad for all the years I was like, BioShock 2, because it was great. Bolvi, I'm fucking tired, but other than that, I'm alive. Oh my god, what did you think, Viata? I really liked it. I actually kinda already wanna rewatch it. I finished it, and I keep seeing it on Netflix, and I'm like, "Should I just watch it again?" Because it's so beautiful. It's so well done. Oh, that's gotta be a good sign, right? I'm on episode 7 already. I started last night. Ooh, I'm tired. Fuck yeah. Posted a link in the article on Discord that listed for magnets for crafts and stuff. Fuck yeah. We had a drink at a cafe in Egypt that had been open 24 hours a day, every day, for 200 years. That's amazing. They've never Wow. That's pretty special. That's the cool shit about travel. That's the juice right there. Corn, it's juice. Moving in 11 days, oh my god. It'll be fine. Moving is stressful no matter what. You'll get it. What do you keep in your Exoterra Nano? This guy right here? Tarantula. It was a terrible idea, though, because you can barely see, but up the back corner right here, that's her tunnel. She literally built it up to the ceiling, and she could have done that against the door, and I would have been fucked. But Spooter. Um, I think most people put like a Pac-Man frog in them or something like that. Something super small that just doesn't really need space or to move or anything like that. But tarantula. I don't even know why I have that one. Oh, I think I had a baby gecko in it. I think that's why I originally had this little guy. I got one of my big geckos and the breeder was like, "Hey, I have a batch of pure red babies. Do you want one for free?" And I was like, "Okay, sure." But literally baby geckos, so small, and if you put them in too large of a cage, then they can't find their food, so I think I got that when the baby was growing. But yeah, tarantula for now. The Tubs used to have a pub actually own wait, actually on a the Tube, I can read, used to have a pub actually on a platform. Railway by law has now made it illegal to consume alcohol on trains. It's mad how things have flipped over 30 years. God, that's weird. Ash versus Evil Dead's really good. I was shocked. I was shocked and impressed. It's really good. I put Blue Eyed Samurai on the background yesterday and it sucked me in. I'm like, wait, wasn't I doing laundry? Same. The same thing happened to me. I think I put it on, like, I was going to bed or something, and I was just, like, looking through Netflix, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, chat said this is really good," and I clicked it and ended up staying up until 2 in the morning. It's so good. Like, you will be sucked in. It's not a background one. It's really the animation is so beautiful. It's crisp, and it's almost I don't know what the style is. I wanna say cell shading, but it reminds me of, some of the Love, Death, and Robots kinda animation. I like it. I'm not usually an anime fan, so the hub's all kinds of teary-eyed. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, wouldn't you be worried that it would nest on the door? Because this one, I don't know if you probably can't tell, it's a front opening one. So that's like the little tab right there, and it's just like, front opens. I'd be worried it would nest on the door because they usually make their little hammock up top, you know? Kind of what this little cunt did. I know, free gecko, like why would I say no? They eat baby food. It's really if you haven't seen Blue Eyed Samurai, it's on Netflix. Really good. Please don't pass on it because you don't normally like anime or something I would say it's anime light. It's really good. They do a very good job. 3D mixed with motion capture, that's what it feels like, yeah. Yeah. It looks like a painting, exactly. It's almost like Arcane, kind of. It's like watching an oil painting come to life. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the cinematics and shit, I don't know, dude. The artist they're so good at conveying emotion and the story without even putting dialogue in. I don't know how to put that. There are some I don't know. It's really I pleasantly surprised. I put it on for a background thing too, and I looked up once and there were penises all over the screen and started paying attention. I feel that. Dreamonic. I hope you have a pleasant sleep. Seriously. Sleep is the most valuable thing. I don't Solace, I have no idea. And like yeah, Arcane, I've watched it so many times, the first season. I have no idea how they're gonna top it or even come even to it. It was so fucking good. It is so fucking good. Such a fucking good show. But I'm excited to see Jinx all like, you know what I'm saying? No spoilers. Is that the sun? I just watched one episode, episode 8. Crap, I have to be at work in 3 hours. Morgan Freeman voice. It was indeed not fine. I wish I could do his voice. It doesn't shy away from nudity, but it doesn't make it like a point of contention or it doesn't make it porny, you know? I think they did it very classy. You know what I mean? What's the word? Tactfully? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that style. It's just phenomenal. It was at that point he knew he had fucked up. All right, I gotta pee really bad. Let's take a break real quick, and then we're gonna infinite this shit. Very tactful. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's more like painting, more like a painting of a nude. Like it's just beautiful, like artistic. It's artistic nudity, right? It is animation. I don't know how to put that. It's like artistically done, not to be overtly sexual or whatever. But I mean, it's if you've just started that show, just fucking wait. It gets pretty good. I love me some dirty, and it gets nice and dirty. It gets nice and fuck me. I wanted to move chat over. I'm so excited. I love this game so much. It's so rare that I get this pumped to play a game, but man, BioShock Infinite is so good. It's like, oh no, the story sucks. Here's some boobs. Thank you. They know what we want. Like, shows need to stop disregarding that they know what we want. They're just not giving it to us. Give me the boobs. Just do it. Just get it over with. Because I'm not going to be able to pay attention to anything until you do it, you know? Okay, I got to pee really bad. All right, welcome back, everybody. So I was out with the dogs and I was just looking at Instagram and I ran across this little blurb and I just learned that the pygmy shrew is not only the smallest mammal in North America, its heart beats over 1,000 times a minute. It only sleeps for a maximum of 2 minutes at a time because it has to eat literally constantly to live. Going an hour without food and it would die. Crazy. Crazy. I had no idea. No shit. I wouldn't say I'm like a diehard Depeche Mode fan, but that's a really, I don't know that song. If you've ever seen the music video, it's kind of crazy. Watch it. If you like the song, it's just Depeche Mode. The song's called Wrong. If that wasn't apparent, they kind of repeat it 5 million times. But yeah, it's the music video is pretty wild. I think that's why, honestly, why I got addicted to the song was the music video. That might say a lot about me. We're not going to talk about it. BioShock Infinite Time. I'm so excited. I fucking love this game. If you've never played before and you have any questions about what's happened so far, feel free to fucking ask because I've played it a few times and I remember the basic gist of it, but I can tell you what we did yesterday at least. Okay, 2K launcher, don't fuck with me today. Motherfuckers. Volvi, it's so good, right? That's how I feel anytime I hear any of the music from the game. Like if I hear that fucking the Beach Boys song, my heart's like, oh, I should play BioShock Infinite probably. Cheers, Vissy. Okay. Welcome back. This is a great song. Good list, Katie. Good job. Where is your volume? Where is you volume? I am gonna stay up until like midnight tonight, just simply to take my dogs out at midnight to see if maybe I can sleep in tomorrow. I'm really maybe excited. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. I'm gonna grind up some weed. Loot that body, dude. It makes me laugh so fucking hard every time I even think about it. Like, he is comedic genius. Tom Cardy, I don't know what it is. He's so fucking funny. Like, even just his posture and stuff in the videos. Man. Waking up, I mean. Do you have this song? This is the Wake the Fuck Up song. Song's a class. So many people sampled this song. I feel like just the womp 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 was sampled a million times back in the day. Back in the dirt. I think my light moved again. What the fuck? Down, bitch. Blinding. Blinded by the lamp. A new to me streamer had Diggy Diggy in their title. I came in yelling Diggy Diggy hole. Did they get it? Did they get it? Post Malone, Icebreaker, or some gorillas. I almost said Godzilla. I wake up right now to Hosier, but I try to have soft sounds because otherwise it fucks my dogs up. I don't want them to bark. Good morning, Bacon or Time Zone. How are you? Thank you, Pharaoh. Cheers. No, a virus? Oh fuck. I'm sorry. Did you lose everything? Did you have to do like a clean, like a wipe? I think I know Icebreaker. I think I've heard them before. They're very familiar. You had backups? Smart and lucky. Dance magic, like dance magic dance. That's such a good fucking choice to wake up to. I try to switch it around because I don't want my body to like start hating a particular song because it's what just so happens to wake me up every day. So I try to do like playlists. Like for a while, for almost years, I think I had the soundtrack for "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou," and it would just do random songs out of that, and that was kind of nice. And I don't hate it yet. No, thank you. It's a good title. If I ever made a band, my title song would be "Absolutely Not." Oh my god. I wonder if I could find it. Hold on, Donna. Hold up. Um that's not it. Hold on. Oh my god, I found it. I'm so glad it didn't autoplay. Okay, this could either make you happy or sad. I'm not 100% sure. But I saw this on Instagram recently and I almost shit my pants. Hold on. It's 4 seconds. But Jesus Christ. If you like Labyrinth. Oh hell yeah, this is a great wake up song. You know the movie Stick It, right? Stick It? This just makes me think of Stick It. Stick It? It's Stick It, right? I feel like I'm saying the wrong thing now. I like the Labyrinth as well, but here you go. Just wait. Hold on. Let me make sure volume's up and everything because it's literally 4 seconds. But this shit just made me die. Is it Stick It? It's a really good movie. Kind of really underrated. It has Jeff Bridges. No, Jeff Bridges? Jeff Bridges the dude? Slips in the back door. No, no, not that way. Thank you for enjoying that with me. I'm both sorry and not. This is also still here, and this is this is a bad. It just have a sporty. That there's no like way to save the game on your own. I have to look for a checkpoint, and they fucking. I mean, it's. I laugh because I remember it doesn't feel like it was that long ago where load screens were really long because you had really long load times for your game. So you would sit there and read the load screen or watch the little graphic going on. And these load screens have shit to read, but computers are now so fast. I don't have enough time to read them, and I read relatively fast, but I can't get through them. It's kind of fucking wild. Oh, Gun, I'm sorry. I know. Well, my neighbor's dog set off my dogs. So, I know. Thank you, SSDs. But damn, I can't tell when there's a fucking save symbol happening somewhere. Thank you for hanging out, Queen. Thank you all for hanging. Tomorrow's my normal day off for those that, didn't know or just hanging out or whatever. I take Mondays off, but it is Thanksgiving week in the US. And I just wanted to say, I guess, ask, request, beg. Please be safe. Please don't drink and drive. Just travel the bare minimum because this is like one of the highest travel holidays of the year, if not the highest travel holiday, which means exponentiated accidents and shit like that. Tickets, there's going to be oinkers out there looking to scrape your wallets, don't speed, just don't be a stupid. Just like go shopping early. Don't wait till Wednesday night. Go shopping early, get all your shit, stay home. Be safe. Turkey's not that great, you know? But I'll be here. If you guys got nothing to do for the holiday like moi, we'll be doing. If you guys didn't do this in elementary school, basically you put your hand on a piece of paper and you trace your hand, and then you get color crayons or whatever the fuck you have, and you turn that hand tracing into a turkey. And we've been doing it for a couple years now, and it's been pretty funny. It's been fucking hilarious because, we got a few artists, but the rest of us are just people doing shit. It's fucking fun. I enjoy it. It's something to do. Hand turkeys. We gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. It's tradition at this point. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you guys for hanging with me and enjoying this game with me. Fucking love this game. It's so good. But yeah, we'll play this game Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday is hand turkey time. Which, by the way, all it requires is something that you can draw on and like a pencil or pen, and then you do what you want. Last year, someone literally glued noodles and stuff and brought their kids to do it with us and just muted the stream because obviously that's needed. But like, it was a blast. It's childlike and ridiculous, but we have a good time. It's fun. Turkeys are hilarious. We learn fun facts about turkeys. Turkey, dude. I've only had a turkey once in my whole life. Thank you, Sin. Speaking of artists. I've only gotten a turkey in bowling once in my whole life, but it was a pretty epic turkey, to be honest. I mean, epic. I don't know. I shit my pants. I was excited. My mom was on a bowling. Both my dogs are under me right now, vying for attention. I got. My mom was on a bowling team most of her young youth, and so she's like really good. Like she very frequently scores over 200. I am elated to score over 100. You know what I'm saying? Fucking elated to get over 100. My mom, 200 plus, easily. She's a talented bitch. Turkey, yep, I've found turkey's fantastic if you cook it right, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, just be safe. That's all I wanted to say. Sorry. End of my rant. My dogs have now taken my attention. They know what time it is. Tomorrow's day off. I won't be here, so please remember to take your joy. Drink water. Clean your bong, wash your fucking hands, be after sex and self-loving. And if you so choose, come hang out on Tuesday and Wednesday for more Bioshock Infinite, and then on Thursday for hand turkeys. And maybe we'll cook something while we do hand turkeys. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna like actually cook anything or do anything. There's only the two of us, so it's kind of pointless, but I don't know. Maybe. I have to go through my cupboards. Maybe bake something. I'm a poor asshole. We'll see. We'll see. I know. My bill. My bill. My bill. I know. That's what I was thinking. Like, just the like one turkey breast. Holy shit. They're like 5 pounds. I learned. I don't even know. How big is that? They're huge. That would be so much food. Yeah, that would be plenty. And those aren't too expensive. Because a whole bird is insane. Like, a chicken's one thing, but a turkey, those are insane. But yeah, maybe. I watch a lot of like cooking TV and stuff like that. And I like to watch people cook. But I thought that would be a cool thing. Because it's kind of something where it's like, you do all the prep for it, you make it, and then you bake it. And then it's like just sit time. And that's when we could do hand turkeys and whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'll run a poll. Like, I wanna try to make something unique, like a unique side dish. Cause like I make sweet potatoes, green bean casserole. I'm not a huge fan of stuffing / dressing. Wet bread isn't my like jam, unless like super crusty and really like a thin layer of it. Then it's not really my jam. Did you just get an eye booger from your eye into my eye, ma'am? Um, mashed potatoes, all the fixins. But like, it'd be cool to do something like that's actually a challenge that I've never done. Green bean casserole is superior. I agree with you. It's the most perfect side dish. But I thought it'd be fun to try something different. I don't know. Pot roast? Ooh, pot roast. Literally, it's a set it and forget it kind of thing. Like, the longer you forget it, the better it's going to be almost, as long as it doesn't dry out. Oh, yeah. My favorite side. That's such a tough one. I don't know. I really like mashed potatoes. I'm really boring that way. And my family didn't do a lot. We didn't really like celebrate Thanksgiving, you know. It wasn't a major holiday in my family, but I fucking love good mashed potatoes made with like heart attack levels of butter or creme fraiche or whatever the fuck you call it. She's blocking my mic. She knows she knows what's happening here. It's amazing. Me too. Like mashed potatoes are incredible. Um Oh yeah, pot roast as long as it doesn't dry out. Like a Dutch oven with a lid that like came with that Dutch oven and it fits really well is your best option for a pot roast. But no or a like a slow cooker, you know? Something like that where you're not going to lose the moisture as long as it doesn't dry out. Oh yeah, the longer that thing sits in that low heat with all the moisture and shit, it just becomes like melt in your mouth. Yeah. He's behind me. You see his little tail? He puts his head between my waist and like the arm thing. Yeah, he's right here. Bam. Eh, that's not with your evil feet. You keep your evil feet to yourself. Shepherd's pie is the shit. Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Pot roast is the shit. Oh, Donna, I get that. If there's too much of the whatever it is, cream of mushroom, yeah, it's can be goopy. Instapot. Isn't an Instapot basically like a slow cooker that also is a rice cooker that also you can cook beans in, that also you can make a child in or something? I don't know. I've heard you put your cum stuck in it, right? Yeah, sour cream in it, butter. Man, I've made mashed potatoes a million different ways and they're always fucking tasty. I don't know. I'm gonna look up and see if I can find just like a side that sounds. I love everything that has to do with potatoes. Maybe I can find a unique potato side. Something I've just never made before, you know? She's not wrong. Ma'am. Oh, it's a pressure cooker. There you go. That's why. Yeah, I have an Instapot and it literally can do like anything. I stopped I don't use my rice cooker anymore. It became my rice cooker. It became my everything cooker. It's kind of wild what it can do. Donna's crack taters, dude. Remind me if you're around this week, Donna. I don't know if you're going out for family stuff, but if you're around and I'm talking about Thanksgiving stuff, you remind me. Or if you want to DM me the recipe or something. I gotta take this beast somewhere. Do you need to go outside? Oh, you're farting. Oh, it's happening. Good. Excellent. Why do you smell like a kindergarten classroom died inside of you? Yes, yeah, if you put it in the Discord, that'd be sick. Fuck yes. Look at her. She tried peacefully. Now she's out for chemical warfare, farting, knocking my mic over. She's gonna knock other things over. Ma'am, I just want a 420 for Vissy's 420. They can't see me. They can't move me. Yeah, I need to load up. No. We're being very calm together. Yeah. We're being so calm. Hmm. Yeah. There's a sweet babe. No, no, no. What? Ma'am. I have like 4 minutes. Thanks, Bill. Air fryer's the shit. I have an air fryer too. Yeah. I really like kind of like countertop appliances that have more than one use or like multifunctional because especially in a place where it has a I live in Denver, you know, it can get really hot in the summertime. There is nothing on this green earth that could get me to turn my oven on, you know, when it's 120 degrees outside. So it's really nice to have something like an air fryer or like the Instapot where I can cook something, but like it doesn't heat up my house and make it a hell. Dude, Gun, I still think about that though. That's still my dream dog. Like if I ever have like a huge piece of property or something that I'm living on where they have the space to run and I can just set them loose, I would still love to have a Carne Corso. They're just gorgeous dogs. No, but we actually talked about it within the last 24 hours. We molested the ribs and we were like, because tomorrow's day off day, and we were like, should we do the ribs tomorrow? We're thinking about it. I'll remind him. They're great. Dude, seriously, I had the original. It's like 2 minutes to 4:20, by the way. I did pack it off. Get. I don't want to smoke in your face. I love you so much. I did have like the original model of the air fryer that came out in the US. At least it looked like an egg. And I think it had a drawer you still pulled out, but it looked like a black egg, basically, a black and gray egg that sat on your desk. The new ones they have look much more modern. The one I have now, I actually got for Zach a few years ago for Christmas, I think. But it has 2 drawers, and you can control them individually or you can control them simultaneously. And it's really nice. It's got like a reheat option, a roast option, a air fry option, etc., etc. Honestly, one of the best functions it has, like function, not a button or anything, but uh heating up like fried food. Like if you have fries in the freezer, you know how you can buy like bagged fries. It's one of my favorite things in the entire world. It's the best at cooking them. Like especially if you just don't want to deep fry. It makes basically a deep fried fry without having a deep fryer. I fucking love fried food. I am a junkie for salt and fat, and it is like the fucking best. It does it so well. Yeah. Um but yeah, Instapot pretty much replaced everything except my air fryer in my house, which is wild. Okay, it's 2 minutes till 4:20, and I picked someone we're gonna raid. I hope they are still live. Please still be live. Oh my god, okay. Well, we're gonna go where they raided then. I was gonna raid Safi Pie, but she went offline, which is totally understandable because it's probably really late at night for her. But she raided my boy Domestic Dan, and I haven't hung out with Domestic Dan in a few days, so like let's do that, yeah? Mine too. I'm ready. This is clean, believe it or not. This bong is so fucking hard to actually like rinse daily though. I have to do a salt and vinegar or a salt and alcohol rinse to it almost every other day. It's very annoying. Un minute. You can use oil. Like the oil, basically what I do is if I'm going to use oil, like put the fries in like a Ziploc bag and sprinkle a little oil in that and then toss them and then put them in the air fryer. And the oil just stays on the fries. Like don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? I never learned how to cook or bake. I had to do it all on my own, man. My family like identified very strongly as Irish, and I don't think Irish people are. I don't know if they brought over food or whatever. I don't know. My nana was my nana was raised in an orphanage. I think that's it. I think it's 4:20, right? It is. Cheers, motherfuckers. Happy 4:20. God damn it. This is not the time to die. We did it! Take your joy, drink water, and if I don't see you the rest of this week because of the holiday or otherwise, please be safe, especially out there on the road. If not, can make a hand turkey, bitch. I'll see you motherfuckers in a day. Tuesday, bye!